I'm very glad to be here and very happy that we finally can come back travel and have on-site event, because face-to-face meetings are not the same as online meeting, all of us knows. We had the tourism sector had complicated years. It was shut down almost for 1.5 years, and now when the demand is come back, the patterns are changed. So the historical data can't be useful anymore for the tourism companies because the patterns are changed. Also, the travel sector is dependent very high on the global situations, such as vaccine rollout or maybe some government restrictions. On the other hand, the sector is also dependent on the external operator, such as airlines offer, accommodation offers, or offers of any other tourism provider. And also the travelers, the demand of the travelers is changing. All the time the travelers become more demanding and looking for more authentic and more personalized offer. So it's never before was so important to have access to up-to-date information. And it's what we are doing in Mabrian. So Mabrian is a travel intelligence platform. We actually the step between the data and intelligence, and I missed your presentation. Sorry, I don't understand German, but I recognize that we use the same pyramid for that. So we start with a huge amount of data. We analyze a lot of data sources only of the tourism sector. That data itself is not really value. It can bring us value. We process, filter, analyze this data in order to convert it in the available information. When we get to the information, we overlap different layers of information in order to get to the knowledges. And these knowledges provide actionable insight to the travel company and destinations. So when we get to the knowledges, is the base for our clients. But only when they take the action, we can get to what we call travel intelligence. So the data that we work help to the destination management and also travel company to give answers in 4 main areas: demand and targeting, air connectivity, branding and communication, and client experience. This answer the clients use to make better strategic and operational decisions. So let's see which kind of data we work. We work with 2 kinds of data: transactional data, such as spend patterns in the destination, prices for both accommodation and flight, capacity data, and booking data. These kinds of data help us understand what is happening in the destination. When the behavioral data, such as flight searches, mentioned shared in social media, mobile data, or reviews can help us understand why things are happening at the destination. So with all these data sources, we managed to track the complete travel cycle. So we analyzed the 4 main stages of the travel. Before the traveling, what we call the inspirational moment, when the future visitors just start to search for the information in internet about the destination, about the offer. So we know what prices they see during their search, what information they got from the reviews or from the social media. And when finally they get to the decision part, we analyze their booking patterns. So we can understand which destination they choose, the booking window, or length of stay. We also compare these patterns with the search one, so we can understand the way how they make the decision. Once at the destination, we also continue to analyze their behavior. So from the social media mentioned, we can analyze the profile of our visitors or their interest and perception at the destination. From the spending and mobility patterns, we can understand how much do they spend, on what they spend more. Also, if they come to our destination to stay for several nights or only for a day trip visit. And to complete the cycle, we analyze the review and social media. So we know how our visitor valued their visit at the destination. This is also will be a very important part because this is information which future visitors will find during their inspirational moment. So from all this data, of course, we can get a lot of insights. We can analyze the new market trends and trends triggers. We can analyze the offer and demand at the destination. We can make the destination benchmarkings as well. Depends on the need of each destination and type of each destination. We will choose one or another data source. So this is a lot of information that we work with. And today I want to show you a real study, the report we prepare in May, to analyze the demand, to help the destination to choose the priori market, and also to understand what will be the right way to communicate with this market. So the report that I'm going to show you is based on the data of Paris. As I said, this was prepared in May, and the idea was to analyze the upcoming season from July to end of September. And we try to answer the questions such as which market should be a priority for the destination, where to focus, some specific region or cities, when to communicate, and also what to include in our communication plan for each market. So we choose to focus in 3 KPIs, our KPIs: demand volume, connectivity, and demand volume. And to choose the market, to measure the market for the priority, we focused on 2 criteria, competitiveness and attractiveness. So for competitiveness of the market, we analyzed the demand, the searches. So we could see who is already start their search, flight search ticket, to come to the destination in the selected time period. We also add the information from social media that help us to measure the relevance of the brand for those markets. Also, for the competitiveness, we analyze the connectivity. So it's important to analyze from where the demand is come from, but we also need to be sure that there's an option to come from these places to the destination. So we analyze the volume of connectivity, the number of available seats in the programmed flight for the selected time period. We analyze the number of routes that connect those markets with the destinations, and also calculate the gap between the demand and connectivity. And the other criteria is attractiveness of the market. So we decided to analyze the spend data to see which market bring more value in terms of spending to the destination. So here, in this chart, you can see the results. We map the markets based on those criteria. The size of the cycle depends on the number of search. So based on that, all markets that will be in the upper and right side will be more interesting for the destination to focus on in the selected time period. We can see that United States and China, based on that, will be the priority market for the destination. But back then, in May, due to the COVID restriction, the visitors from those markets weren't allowed to come to the destination. So we recommend to our clients to focus on the following markets, such as Italy and Spain. So you can see at this map, the destination marketing organization can have more clear information how to divide their marketing budget and where to focus their efforts. From the same data that we use for this analysis, we also can analyze when it will be the right time to start our communication with this market, and also what to include. So just, for example, Italy. For Italy, focusing on the same data sources, we could see that based on the social mention data, on flight searches and air capacity, that regions that show more interest to come to the destination are Lombardy and Lazio, when the best connected city are Milan and Rome. And also from social media analysis, from the profile of the users, we could see that the interest come mainly from the users that belong to the age group from 35 to 44 years old, and also the second group will be from 25 to 34. Also from the search data, we saw that Italians who plan to go to Paris during the summertime start their search with average 2 months of advance. And also search more during the weekday, from Monday to Thursday. So based on this data, we know also what will be the right time to start our marketing campaign and in which day of the week we should push more the campaign. From the air capacity data, we can see which company are operated in those routes. Milan, Paris, and Rome, Paris. There are Air France and Vueling. So in case we want to make co-marketing, this company will be the right partner for that. And the last analysis for this study was based on also social media mentioned and spend data. We wanted to analyze what are the main drivers of the Italian market to come to Paris, what are the main interests of the tourists when they are in the destination. So what came out that arts and culture, gastronomy, shopping, and outdoor tourism attraction will be most appropriate to include in the marketing campaign for this market. In this report, we also include this analysis for all the market the destination wanted to focus in this campaign. But I'm not going to show you because it's the same, just change the data for each market. Just wanted to show you with this report how just using 4 data sources, we can understand the demand, to know where to focus, when to start our communication for each market, and also personalize the message for each market. So as you know, the marketing campaign, as much more personalized marketing campaign, they bring better results in terms of conversions, and also they improve the ROE. So it's one of the study. The second one is totally different. I just wanted to show you a different example that how we can use the data. So we know that pandemic impact the way we travel, the way we live, the way we socialize. So in Mabrian, we decided to make a study. It's just a part of a very big study that analyzes how the pandemic impact the travelers' behavior. And for that, we analyze main destination in Europe. Some part of the report is based on the destination in country level, and other part is based more in destination and city level. And we wanted to see what are the main trends in terms of the travel behavior. So the data we use is from June, from 1st of June to end of August of 2021, and we compare to the travelers' behaviors for the same period of 2019. So let's see what data is telling us. The domestic travels is a new global trend. Many data sources that we analyze confirm this trend. First of all, we see that air capacity is still 45% less than in 2019. But the domestic market shows the better signs of recovery. It's only 24% less than in same period of 2019, when the international capacity is 52% less. Another interesting information that came out from this analysis, that a domestic market does not only show the better signs of recovery, the domestic destination this year much better connected than in 2019. In average, per destination, in country level, we detect 44 new domestic routes this summer that wasn't exist in 2019. That is very important information. So we travel more domestically, and we have also better connection domestically in most European countries. Also, by analyzing hotels review in the platforms such as Booking.com, Expedia, or TripAdvisor, we show that the share of the reviews that come from the domestic market has increased in 80 percentage points. The following trends will be focusing on 2 groups of destinations. First of all, there will be destination on city level, but also we divided the destination in 2 groups: urban destination and holiday destination. For holiday destination, we focused on beach destination at the summer season, so we choose this kind of destination for this study. So the next trend is that people stay much longer this summer when they come to the destination than in pre-pandemic period. So in average, for both destinations, travelers stays almost 40% more than in 2019. But here we have some difference from urban to holiday. In urban destination, the trends is seen more strongly. 64% more, in 64%, the length of stay is increased for urban destination. When for the holidays, the increase is of 22%. That is still very important numbers. What might be the reason for that? We believe that remote working is one of the reasons. So we can work from any place in the world. So people try to combine vacation with work and also work from different places. It might be one of the reasons. Another reason, that COVID restriction. It's not so easy to travel as it used to be. We need to make so many different processes, and all the time the restrictions change. So people decide to travel less and to stay longer. And another reason for that can be also the change in the visitor profiles. Think about all those travelers that used to have long-haul travelers for their vacation, and this year needed to choose a destination closer to their hometown. So it's different profile of the travelers. They spend different also and stay different. And to the next trend. The spend patterns. The spend patterns changed this year. One of the most important things that we have seen is a sharp fall in accommodation. I must say that for this analysis, we analyze only international spend. This means the domestic spend at the destination is not included in the analysis, and also the spend at the destination, which means for accommodation, all payment made in the OTAs, offline agency, also payment made for the accommodation, for not traditional accommodations, such as holiday rental, are not included here. And it might be the reason why we lose so much spending in the accommodation category. I know from other study, from Airbnb study, and also from other providers, that the demand for holiday rental options is very high this summer, much higher than in pre-pandemic period. So it might be one of the reasons because the accommodation is decreasing in their spending. Another trend is the restaurants also lose in spending compared to 2019. And at the same time, we see that categories that increased more is grocery stores. So maybe it's related to the first trend. You know, we stay longer. So if we stay longer, probably we would like to stay in another type of accommodation, less traditional. And if you want to work from different places, maybe apartment, and not hotel, it will be more comfortable for us. So if we stay longer, we probably would like to have some meals at the place we stay, and also these apartments and holiday rental can be more comfortable for us too. So we stay longer, we stay less in the hotel, we spend more in grocery shop and less in the restaurants. So it's changing, it's important changing in the traveler's behavior. We not only spend different, we spend much more this summer than in pre-pandemic period. This average spend per card holder has increased for both destinations. We can see this trend more strongly for holiday destination. For holiday destination, the spending has increased in 137% per card holder. When for urban destination, we see the increase of 19%, but it's tricky a little bit. This is why we add another information. We focused on the main European capital, and all European capital besides London show the increasing in international spending. London is the only one destination that decreased in international spending this summer. So if we take out London data from this analysis, the increment in spending for the urban destination will be of 78%. That is much more important, no? So I wanted to include it in the analysis to explain that this is global trend besides of UK for this summer. So let's see what we can see more. From the social media analysis, we saw that the interest in the destination also has changed. All activities related to outdoor activities, such as active lifestyle, sunbathing, and nature, become much more popular than in pre-pandemic period. And for other hand, art and culture products are losing their importance. So one of the reasons, because of the COVID, of course, we want to stay in open area, and also maybe many of the art and culture activities didn't open their door because of the restriction this year. But this is a trend that we can see for both holiday and urban destination. Although these changes we can see during this summer, the main category of interest for urban, such as art and culture, and accommodation for holiday still remain be the most important for the visitors. And another trend is how we plan our travelers now. So because of the continuously changing in the restrictions, in the travel routes, it's looked that the people they feel more comfortable to start to plan their travelers, their trips with less days of advance. We can see that in terms of flight searches, searches made for the urban destination has lose 19%. This means the people start to look for the flight tickets with less days of advance, when for holidays destination is of 10%. Also here in this slide, you can see which destination were included in this analysis. So just to resume, first of all, what we saw, both destination, holiday destination and urban destination confirmed the same trend. It can be difference in terms of strongs on the trend for each destination, but the trends are the same. So let's make the resume of the new traveler. First of all, we prefer domestic travels this year. The travelers stay longer, much longer than in pre-pandemic period. They spend more and spend different. They prefer different kinds of accommodation. They opt more for independent accommodation than for traditional as it used to be before the pandemic. They look for outdoor activities and also start to plan their trips closer to the desirable trip day. So there are important changes taking in mind if you want to make the marketing campaign and to adapt the offer to the new changes for the traveler's behavior. All these changes show us that it brings us closer to the more sustainable way of traveling. As we travel more domestically, so we have less dependency on the long-haul markets, which means that we can reduce the pollution. We also stay longer at the destination. If we stay longer at the same destination, it means that we travel less. Again, we reduce the pollution. And also, the spend patterns are changed. So visitors spend more. That is better for the local businesses. The distribution of the wealth is changed, and this can be more benefits for the residents. The sustainability is very important topic right now. And in Mabrian, we also have different indexes that analyze satisfaction level and perception of the visitors with the destination. Our main indexes are a global satisfaction index that measures the satisfaction level of the visitor with the destination, that combine from 4 other indexes: security index that measures the perception of security of destination. It doesn't mean if the destination is secure or less secure than another destination, but it can give us information how different origin markets feel at the destination. The second index is climate index. We analyze the satisfaction level with the weather. Okay, we can't change the weather or we can't affect that, but actually what we measure here in the satisfaction level with the weather is the expectation and reality. if I'll go to London and it will be rainy weather for all my stay, okay, I won't be very happy, but I will be prepared for this weather, no, for this situation. But if I go to Palma de Mallorca during the summertime and it will be rainy all the time, I won't be so happy, of course, and maybe you know, so I wouldn't know what to do because there are not so many activities there during the rainy weather. So destination needed to know what to communicate based on the reality. Another index that we have that analyzes satisfaction level with the hotel offer. And the last one is the satisfaction level with the product offer. So which product have more interest from the part of the visitors, but also what kind of satisfaction level the visitors have with this product. And why I'm telling you that is because of the sustainability indexes. We are working now on that. It will be launched in the next few months, and the index that will be based on different KPIs related to sustainability will help destination to measure their sustainability and its evolution. So this is a trend that we saw during our study. If this trend is going to stay for longer, we don't know. It depends on so many different factors. In order to stay update, we need to have access to up-to-date information and to analyze real-time data sources to see how the trends are changing and what are the new opportunities in the market. So we believe that pandemic also makes some good change, is speed up the introduction of the new digital products and also new technologies. And so we believe that the technology knowledges will help the destination to be more resilient and to recover faster from this crisis that we are having right now. So that's all from my side. It just was a small part of what we can do in Mabrian. If you want to know more news and more study that we made, I invite you to follow us in social media and also to subscribe to our newsletter. We monthly publish new study based on real-time data. And if you have questions about the platform or our services, here you have my contact details, and I will be glad to give you more information about us, about what we can do. Thank you.